You realize I'm recording this, by the way, right?
He has like thousands and thousands of comic books. But it had gotten to the point where like he was paying almost $300 a month for the storage unit while he was living literally half the country away. So finally he decided to come back and just pack all of this stuff up and ship it to himself. So they got here yesterday. He brought his new wife.
Mm-hmm.
Almost carbon copy.
Well, the man knows what he likes.
Yes, and what he likes is similar to what you like, but bossy.
I don't know what that means. What do I like? Fat
You know what you like.
women? Fat black women?
I didn't say it.
I mean, all the girls
She's
I talk
not
to know.
black.
I'm about to say, all the girls I talk to know that. Oh, fuck him. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I didn't do that neither. That I meant.
But yeah, basically, all of the people that I've run into, I'm like, hey, does his wife remind you of anybody? And they're all like, you mean his ex-wife? Yeah, his ex-wife. Without the lesbian part. So far.
Okay. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play Z version. Okay. I guess I want to play this.
So what Mayim Bialik wrote in 2017 was, I still make choices every day as a 41-year-old actress that I think of as self-protecting and wise. She wrote in the article, I have decided that my sexual self is best reserved for private situations with those I am most intimate with. I dress modestly. I don't act flirtatiously with men as a policy. And so a lot of people said that she was victim blaming.
That's only funny to me because of like, effectively, in their heads, because she's saying, oh, I take responsibility for my actions. They're all like, oh, so basically because I choose to be a hoe, it's my fault. And she's like, I didn't say anything that sounded like that. And like, but what you said though was that if I have sex with the cab driver for nothing, that is on me. I was like, well, whoever you have sex with, yeah, that's kind of.
Well, only if she comes back and she says that the cab driver tried to rape her. Because if it's consensual, then there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, but what's consensual?
Sex with consent.
Yeah, but who says what that is?
The people involved.
Okay. But
the issue is that, and normally, you know, the issue is that there's only two people involved, and it's one person's word versus another person's word. That's the biggest issue. Is that there's nobody who's watching. There's no consent fairy out there. Oh, maybe that's what I'll be for Halloween. Who's just running around and making sure that everybody has consent, and that's always the issue. However, there are certain situations where consent can't be given.
Yes, there is. If you're having sex with somebody who's asleep and they haven't already, consensual. If y'all don't have a consensual non-consent agreement, keep your goddamn hands to yourself. But then again, that's something that most children have been taught, or taught like early on. At least in the '90s when we were kids, we were always taught to keep our fucking hands to ourselves.
It depends on what kind of child you were raised, though. Because if you were raised with affluenza, then you will just touch any old girl behind a dumpster that you want.
I feel like that was a shot at fucking Edwin.
No. Edwin has been in trouble for domestic. Oh, why are we dropping names?
I didn't say his name. I said his name, but I didn't say who he was.
Yes, you did.
And I said I did, but I damn sure didn't. I definitely didn't say anything about his legal trouble. That was a you decision. I don't know why you did that.
It wasn't a me decision. We were having a conversation, and it was just natural. I'm talking about the guy who freaking raped the girl who was unconscious behind the dumpster, and he got off essentially because he was a star swimmer for Stanford.
That's wild. Like it.
How do you not know this case?
I don't follow a lot of rape stuff.
And then there was the one court case with the well-off white kid. He fully committed crimes, admitted to committing crimes, and the judge was like, "We're going to give him a light sentence because he's suffering from affluenza."
Oh, now this I remember.
Meaning,
it's like he didn't.
Yeah,
know
you remember affluenza?
No.
Yeah.
But he
So
didn't know
that's
that
the
he couldn't do
same thing, huh?
There's a Dave
You cut out.
Chappelle joke. There's a Dave Chappelle joke that where he's fuck. Basically, it's that. That's the bit. Is he's in a car with his with a white friend, and the white friend is like, "Hey Dave, I think I'm gonna race this guy." And Dave was high, and so he was like, "Yeah, sometimes you gotta race." And they end up, getting pulled over by the cops. And so his white friend tells the cops, "Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that." And so the guy gets off like with just a warning. And Dave looks over and like, "I didn't know I couldn't do that." He was like, "It's funny, right, Dave? Because I did know I couldn't do that." Yeah, that's what affluenza is. It's literally a word they created just to get
to let white people off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was basically the situation with the dude who raped the girl. The judge was like, "I think sending him to jail will do more harm than good. So we're gonna not give him a lot of time." He raped a girl, but because he was a star swimmer for Stanford, the judge was like, "Oh, he's a good guy. He raped a girl, but he's a good guy."
I would question in situations like that. Okay, so in Stranger Things, by Stranger Things, I mean 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, I was about to say, are we about to talk about Billy? Because Billy was not a good guy. Billy was a dick.
I don't remember shit about Billy. Boing,
Billy was
boing. Billy boing, boing.
the new girl's douchey brother.
Anyway. What's his name? In 13 Reasons, when Clay... I have not told you how much I don't like Clay. Today.
Are you sure? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate him. I hate him so much. I want to hit him. Like, you know what I mean? Like when sometimes you want to like put your hand against someone's face really hard. Yeah, I want to do that.
I thought the camping episode was one of the better episodes.
It was.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but I still fucking hate him. Like not a little bit. I fucking hate him. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, in that, there's a scene where they're at the when they're at the college tour, and so I was curious, like, let's say Clay in that moment did try to do something with that girl. It's not in his nature clearly to be like that. It's like, so my question would then be, does it not make a little bit of sense to actually consider that somebody just straight fucked up? Like they made him oh god. They made him oh god.
What she was gonna do, all right.
Damn.
Oh god. And then he wasn't gonna last that long anyway.
But like, I'm curious, like, in that scenario, is it like, is it not like maybe consider that person wouldn't have done, like, wouldn't do this again, and like under normal circumstances they wouldn't even do it then. They wouldn't have done it then, but like the circumstances, because it's like it's kind of like stealing. Some people will steal for fun. Like, if you give them the opportunity to steal something, they will steal something. And it's only in like that very specific situation where like, because a thing was like left out perfectly in the open, they took it. And you know, if they had the opportunity to do it again, they likely wouldn't have. It was like, would you excuse that? And I feel like the answer is like, no, of course I wouldn't. Like, would you really not? Would you really, really not? Or would you only not because it furthers the argument that that you're very clearly trying to make? Because I feel like we all fuck up. Well, most of us, you probably haven't. Knowing you, square. We've all fucked up in ways that we...
I don't know when this became the attack me hour, but I'm gonna need you to turn that around.
I said one thing. Shut up.
You called me a square. I was massively offended, which means you were wrong.
I put that together. And it's like, and that's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes you fuck up, and is it not? Should it not be considered that maybe you should be forgiven? And I understand, like, well, raping someone, that's not an accident. You don't accidentally rape somebody. No, you don't. But I would like to just maybe consider that in the right scenario, if a girl is like just there, and you are really, I don't know, there's like a perfect storm, I guess. Oh no!
There's no perfect storm for that because she was passed out. She could not give consent.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. That would be considered the perfect storm. A hot chick that you would super love to fuck any other time. Like,
no, he did it because he could, and he thought he was gonna get away with it, and then he did.
Well, that's different. Like, that by all means is different. Like,
and that's always been the issue with that whole situation, though, because let that have been a black guy. It doesn't matter if he was a standout athlete at Stanford. Let it have been a black guy. Period.
I love how like white people are tired of hearing us say that.
It's true though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. But I do think it's funny that white people are tired of hearing the whole, why do you always say, like, but if it was a black dude? It's like, well, mostly because...
Stop giving her some reason to.
If it was a black dude, he wouldn't have got away with that. That's usually the gist of it. It's like, I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to condone rape.
Legit, if it had been a black dude, 20 years in prison, undoubtedly.
Like,
His first offense doesn't matter.
It's like, I am by all means not trying to justify rape or anything stupid like that. But I am saying I think there might be a scenario in which a man is given or sees an opportunity to enjoy a woman's body that he otherwise would never, ever get to put his hands on. I feel like it might be really hard for that man in that moment to be like, oh, this is wrong, so I can't do it. It's like, I really believe that, like, there's a good chance he would have just done it because he knew that there'd never be another chance. And like the whole, well, I didn't think I'd get caught. Oh, well, why the fuck would you say that in court? That's just dumb. Don't say that out loud. Look, I didn't think I get caught though. You're an idiot. But no, I'm not. Again, for the love of God, I'm not trying to justify rape or sexual assault of any sort. But just saying, to say that it's like, well, it's impossible. There's never an excuse. It's like, sometimes there's an excuse. It's not a good one. There's not a good one, but it's there. Boy, Ken is giving me the business. All right, one more try of this, and then we'll move on to the next episode. Because this is clearly like the bonus, and it's like the question is like, well, why are these bonus episodes? Because it's on my PlayStation. I feel like playing it. That's it. And we were still talking about stuff. But affluenza is that. I just want to point out that's hilarious. Like, that's the funniest shit on the planet. That's hilarious. Affluenza. First off, they made it sound like an actual city.
And a judge, an educated person with a degree and certification.
That's saying a lot.
Used it as an excuse to go light on a person.
Yeah. It's dumb. It's all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
It is possibly my favorite thing. That is, you know how like there are certain things on this planet you know you're never gonna get to experience. Like I'm probably never gonna get to experience Kobe beef. Probably never ever. And so like
I'm trying to get there, man.
But when you see other people get an opportunity to enjoy it, a part of you is like, yeah, I'm glad you got that, man. 'Cause I got dreams and aspirations of finding out what that's like. So, yeah, you made it for both of us. It's like, that's how I look at it. That white boy, man, he living my dream. He out here fucking up. And they like, man, he ain't know no better. I was like, oh, man, he's special. Jesus Christ. That's the funniest shit. Well, it ain't his fault. He was fucking dumb. I ain't think I was gonna laugh at the white boy like this. Oh my gosh. Bro, that's hilarious. It's like, well, he's experienced, his entire life he has lived very privileged. So he didn't understand that like a woman had to give consent for her body to be bodied like he bodied that body.
I bet he didn't even body it. That's why she didn't wake up.
Nah, man, yeah, she didn't even know what was going on. Why is that?
Actually, she did wake up. Otherwise, he would have gotten away with it. Because his friends definitely weren't going to say anything about it. That's like the ultimate turn test, if there isn't.
Yeah.
But are you a good friend or are you a bad friend?
Oh, I'm a bad
That's
friend.
the question.
Like I'm 100% a bad friend. If you
Well,
rape
no.
somebody,
What does bad friend mean though?
in this scenario, it means if you rape somebody, I'm snitching. Like I am 100%. Oh, it's over.
But in the rapist side, you're the bad friend.
Yeah, you're right.
In the public side, you're the good friend, probably.
All right, we gotta end this episode somehow. I gotta get to get the load stage. I can't because it's going so slow.
Remember to spay and neuter your pets.
Yep. Until next time, we out of here. Peace. I have pee.